Thinking about starting a candle business in the UK? You're in the right place. My wife and I started ours at our kitchen table, and over the next 6 years we turned it into a multi-brand home fragrance business that did over £7.5 million in sales. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what we'd do if we were starting from scratch today. No fluff, just what actually works. We started with one product, a soy wax melt, hand poured in tiny batches. We had no funding, no big team, and definitely no clue how far it would go. We learned the hard way, from compliance rules to pricing mistakes, Instagram growth to wholesale, but eventually we cracked it. Fast forward to now, we've built and sold 3 successful home fragrance brands, shipped hundreds of thousands of orders, and now we help others do the same through the Home Fragrance Academy. So yeah, you can trust me when I say I've been where you are, and you can absolutely do this. Alright, step 1, and honestly, this is where most people overthink things. Choose a product niche. And I don't mean make 25 different candles and try to sell them to everyone. That's the fast track to burnout and confusion. When we started, we didn't have hundreds of products. We had a small range, just wax melts and a few candle options, and maybe 4 or 5 fragrances. That's it. It kept things simple, manageable, and actually profitable. Here's the truth. Trying to appeal to everyone who likes candles is a mistake. Instead, pick a niche market like book lovers, spiritual self-care, travel lovers, dog owners, whatever it is, and build a brand just for them. Why? Because it makes everything easier. Your branding becomes more focused, your marketing becomes more targeted, and your products become more meaningful. People don't just buy candles, they buy identity, mood, and connection. So if your candles speak directly to a certain kind of person, you'll stand out way faster than if you're just another candle brand. Also, don't stress too much about fancy packaging right now. Yes, your candles need to smell amazing. People buy with their nose first, but your packaging doesn't need to win awards on day one. What matters most is launching fast and refining as you go. You can spend 6 months designing the perfect brand, or you can spend 6 weeks getting your product in people's hands, learning what they love and making sales. We chose the second option, and I'm so glad we did. So to wrap up step 1, start small, pick a niche, create strong fragrances, don't overthink the look just yet. You'll build faster, learn faster, and get ahead of the competition who are still stuck in planning mode. Okay, step 2, and this one's not as fun as picking scents or designing labels, but it's absolutely critical if you want to sell your products properly. Learn compliance. Seriously. Most people skip this, or worse, they just copy what someone else is doing on Etsy or Instagram and assume that it's fine. Spoiler alert, it's often not fine. Even big shops, and I'm talking actual retailers, stock candles and wax melts that are not compliant. That doesn't mean it's okay, it just means they haven't been caught yet. But if you want to run a real business, not just a weekend hobby, you have to do it right from day one. And that means understanding CLP labels, safety regulations, and product testing. Because here's what can happen if you don't. You could get reported and have your products removed from marketplaces. You could face fines. And worst of all, if someone has a reaction or gets hurt, you are liable. This isn't fear-mongering. This is the reality of selling products people bring into their homes. Now, I'll be honest, it took us ages to get our heads around all the rules when we started. We spent days buried in PDFs and government guidelines. It was a nightmare. So we've made it easy for you. We've created a compliance kit that walks you through it all in plain English and shows you exactly what to do to get compliant. It's linked in the description below. And honestly, if you get this bit right from the beginning, you'll have more confidence in your business and you won't be constantly worrying about whether you've missed something. So don't skip it. Learn compliance, do it properly, and build a business you can be proud of. Now let's talk about step 3, branding and story. And this is where a lot of people miss a huge opportunity. At our previous business, Cozy Aromas, we didn't just sell wax melts and candles. We built a brand. People knew our name, they knew who we were as people, and they connected with the story behind the business. That connection, it made everything easier. from getting sales to asking for feedback to building a real community of loyal repeat customers. So what does that mean for you? It means you've got to give your brand a personality, not just a logo and a nice colour palette. What do you stand for? Who are your products for? What's the story behind why you started this? Even if it's as simple as, I started this because I couldn't find strong, long-lasting candles that didn't give me a headache. That's your story, and that is more powerful than you think. People don't connect with faceless brands. They connect with people, with stories, with personality. So be present, show your face, share your journey, even if you're not finished yet, especially if you're not finished yet. Because that vulnerability, that's what builds trust, and trust is what builds sales. So don't hide behind your logo. Let people get to know you, not just your products. It worked for us, and it will work for you too. Step 4 is pricing for profit. And this one's big, because if you get this wrong, you'll always be chasing your tail. Here's the truth. Most people undercharge when they start. They just look at what others are charging and copy it without knowing if those people are even making money. Don't do that. We teach a really simple, solid pricing method that works for retail and wholesale and gives you enough profit to reinvest into your business, especially in marketing. Here's how it works. Work out your exact cost per product. That means wax, fragrance oil, packaging, labels, everything. Multiply that by 2. That's your minimum wholesale price. Why? Because when you sell to a shop, they need room to make money too. Then multiply that wholesale price by 2 again. That's your minimum retail price. That gives you plenty of margin for profit, marketing, and growth. So for example, if a wax melt costs you £1 to make, wholesale price is £2, retail price is £4. That way, if a shop buys it from you for £2, they can sell it for £4 and still make their margin without undercutting your own retail price. You win, they win, everyone's happy. This structure isn't just about charging more, it's about building a business that can survive, grow and scale. Because if you're only making £1 here, 50 pence there, how are you going to afford ads, packaging upgrades, new products? So don't guess. Price with purpose, price for profit from day one. Step 5 is one of the most exciting and honestly one of the most overwhelming parts when you're new, and it's about getting your business online. When we started, we chose to build our own website and grow our own audience, and in the long run, that was 100% the right move. It gave us full control, better margins, and the ability to really build a brand. But here's the truth, most people won't tell you. Building your own website doesn't bring instant customers. It takes time, it takes dedication, and let's be honest, it often takes marketing budget too. So if you're brand new and you want to keep costs down, Etsy can be a great place to start. It already has people searching for candles, wax melts and gifts. You don't need to run ads straight away, and the setup is much simpler. But, and it's a big but, Etsy is full of competitors. You're sat right next to hundreds of other sellers offering similar products, and it can be hard to stand out, and you're always playing by their rules as well. So here's our recommendation. Start where it makes sense for you. Etsy, your own website, or even both. But make sure your long-term goal is to own your own audience. That means eventually getting people onto your own website, your own email list, your own community. That's how you build a sustainable business that you control, not one that lives and dies by someone else's algorithm or fees. We did it, and so can you. Step 6 is the moment everyone looks forward to. It's your first sales. That feeling when someone you don't even know buys your candle or wax melts. It's magical. But let's be real, getting those first few sales isn't always easy. When we launched, we didn't sit back and wait for strangers to find us. We put ourselves out there. We spoke to friends and family, we posted on Facebook, we showed up in groups, we told our story, and that's the key. Your story sells. People love to support small businesses when they can see the passion behind it. So don't be shy, talk about why you started, what you're making, what makes it special, and what you've learned as well. Start with the people you know, but don't rely on them forever. You want real customers who buy because they love your product, not just because they're being supportive. Also, don't wait until everything's perfect. You don't need fancy packaging or a massive product range to start with. If the scent is strong, the product is safe, and your price is right, you're ready. So get out there, be proud, start simple, and take that very first step. Because once those first orders start coming in, everything gets real, and that's when the fun really does begin. If I was starting today, I'd start smaller, but I'd move faster. So I'd get help sooner, like joining a community or buying a course, instead of wasting 6 months Googling everything. And I'd worry less about looking professional and more about building connection. People buy from people. Your face, your story, your why, that's your superpower early on. If this helped you, hit subscribe. We've got videos every week to help you grow your candle business. And if you're serious about starting, download our free guide, 5 ways to get more sales this week. The link is in the description. Speak soon and good luck with your business.